So now I'm realizing that the biggest theme, probably, of 2023 in terms of focus is going to be on feeling. And I realized the reason that this is so important for me is because, well, first and foremost, whenever I explore dreams in a professional setting and I have actual guidance and everything, the question that is asked is, how did I feel? Right? And it's so interesting because with everything that I've been through in life, what I've neglected, what I've like consistently neglected is how I felt throughout each experience. How you feel in any given experience tells you what that experience means to you. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, but in a really bad way, it's probably best not to do that again, right? If something makes you feel uncomfortable, but in a way that you know is helping you grow, it can be beneficial. However, I'm here to really sit with feeling because I have, throughout my entire life, neglected what it is that I'm feeling. And even when I'm not feeling right, even when I'm not feeling good, I still do it anyway. But that doesn't create trust or safety for myself. That actually creates the opposite. That creates, okay, Chris is willing to continuously put himself in these situations and positions, and with that comes this or that feeling. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's what he needs, it's what he wants. And so I'm realizing now when you sit inside of feeling, when you sit inside of the magic of your body and whatever chemical response your body is putting off to something, right? It changes the dynamics of everything because then it actually gives you an honest sense of direction. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have been so used to, for so long, uh, chaos, stress, anxiety, depression, fear, all that stuff, right? So it's interesting because I've been so conditioned by that is familiar to me, and that's actually what I subconsciously seek out, or what I used to. And now that I'm taking on this initiative to focus on the feeling, focus on what it is that I'm feeling in the moment, right? What is that feeling? What is that telling me, right? Okay, maybe it's feeling deep discomfort. And here's the interesting thing too. Prior to healing, right? I just I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't have any, no, Chris doesn't do that. Chris doesn't do this, like I didn't have any of that. I don't even know if exploitative is a word, but I was just I said yes to everything. And it's interesting because as I've been exploring myself deeper and deeper in a professional setting and kind of like understanding what fucked me up and realizing, oh wow, I never had to say yes to any of that stuff. It's literally changing the dynamics of everything. So what's interesting now is really sitting with feeling allows me to understand what it is that I like, dislike, want, and need. Because it's interesting because it's not like throughout my entire life I've never felt uncomfortable. I have. I have consistently felt uncomfortable in multiple situations. Um, but what I never did was seriously sit with that and listen to it. What I did instead was just be like, well, that's just the way that it is. And I just continued living with that because I believed that, and I never really put in the work to be like, maybe it's not good to do this because this feeling is what comes with it. So focusing on feeling is going to be absolutely crucial for me moving forward. Um, and yeah, when I explore dreams too, I'm asked how it is that I felt, and that in and of itself tells you, literally, we need to listen to our bodies, and this is hard for people who were raised in environments of chaos, environments where they didn't get their needs met, right? And so with that, they learned unhealthy ways of going about things, and it is unhealthy and dysfunctional to neglect what it is that you're feeling. You need to sit with what it is that you're feeling. And of course, you might have people around you that try to, you know, I don't know, neglect or sabotage it and say that it's not important, Um, they'll they'll tell you to get over it. They'll tell you, maybe they'll try to gaslight you. I don't know. Things happen. People say things all the time, and it's so interesting because Like I'm realizing it now, and just the amount of time throughout my life that I felt so unbelievably uncomfortable because I was doing things that weren't authentic for me. It really just kind of like placed me in a position of disalignment, I guess the word is. I just wasn't aligned with myself. And so this is why focusing on how you feel in any given situation. The feeling, there's this thing regarding manifestation that is it says feeling is the secret. And of course that's utilizing elevated emotions to attract, to manifest the future outcome. But also, like, if you really want to understand what it is that you need, what it is that you like, dislike, want, what you want, what you're comfortable with, all that stuff, feeling is the secret. What is it that you're feeling? Oh, you're feeling uncomfortable when somebody yells at you? Yeah, I makes sense. Oh, you're feeling uncomfortable when somebody is bullying you or making fun of you? Yeah, makes sense. I don't think anybody wants that. So focusing on what it is that you're feeling can really transform your understanding of yourself. And for me, I'm going to do a heavy, heavy emphasized focus on feeling in this year. And I'm very excited for that because literally, like, when you focus on that, it shows you everything you need to know. There's feeling, okay, this is uncomfortable, so therefore your intuition's probably telling you to get the fuck out. So that's why it's important to really tune into to feeling. And on the other end of this, the thing as well, like I was saying before, if you're intending to manifest, feeling is the secret. What does the ideal life that you want look like? What does it feel like? That's the thing right there. What does what does your ideal life feel like? Your ideal life is probably awesome as fuck. So with that comes serious elevated emotions like joy, ecstasy, euphoria, peace, love, all that stuff. Focus on feeling. Focus on what it is that you want to feel, but also focus on what it is that you're feeling in each situation because that will tell you if whatever it is that you're doing is right for you or not.